because a lot of times HBO will put like an ad for themselves at the beginning of episodes. That happens. They do that a lot. Um, and but I don't usually watch them because I don't fucking care. I have HBO for stuff that I already know that I'm going to watch, right? So I don't need to watch the ad for more HBO stuff. But I watched it this time because I knew it was going to have The Last of Us stuff in it. And I was screaming. It took me an extra like 20 minutes to start the episode because I kept pausing to go back and rewatch the little bit of the trailer that was The Last of Us. I'm so excited. And then this person that I watch, who does The Last of Us videos, like she does a lot of analysis videos for The Last of Us. She put her reaction to the first look up earlier today, so I watched that in one of those downtimes that I had today, and that was great. I enjoyed that a lot. I love her analysis of the games. It's very good. Ooh, baby. I'm going to end up taking a nap tonight. Ooh, yes. Save that one. So somebody talked about this one. Oh, I guess I'll have to adjust. Actually, I can just change which display this captures, actually. What? I'm confused. Why are we... Oh, there we go. There we go. It has made it big again. You think it's just you? What do you mean? I'm glad you all can't hear the screeching of my microphone. Oh yeah, Jimmy has passed away. R.I.P. Jimmy. Jarek. We miss you, Jarek. Wonder... Oh, yeah. There he is. He has returned. Yeah, top surgery Reddit. I think it's funny. I had the funny thought that I feel like r/off my chest and r/top surgery should collaborate. Even though that's not what r/off my chest is about. I saved a couple. Yes, free the nipple as well. Quite literally the freest the nipple can get, because the nipple is fully removed from the body. So I saved a couple Am I the Asshole posts that I came across. Here we are. Here they are. There we go. And there go my eyeballs being tired. Terrible. Yes, I would definitely say top surgery will be an easier recovery than bottom surgery would be. Especially because bottom surgery is so much more complicated of a surgery, regardless of which bottom surgery you're getting. Oh, do I? Thank you. Thank you for the heads up. Ah, yeah. Not Alan. We're not doing Alan today. Fuck Alan. Hate that man. I think I'll leave the title as Alan, but it's going to be a just chatting stream. That's funny to me. Oh, I need to change the output, I think. Yes. There we go. There it is. Ooh, that's loud in my ear holes. How's that volume? That volume looks pretty good. It looks good. I wonder, is it actually good? Does it sound fine? Or is it too loud? No, I did not. We can actually just go watch that if you want. I was driving when I got the message, so I did not have the chance to stop and look at it. All right, I'll turn it down when we switch back over to it. Where did we? It was in politics, right? Yeah. 7:30, right? Okay.
You might have heard about Project 2025. It's the handmaiden-esque conservative plan to reshape the federal government under the next presidential administration. It was created by the conservative think tank, the Heritage Foundation, and has deep connections to the Trump administration.
That these projects, from teaching new doctors, meant a lack of understanding of human biology.
Can this same procedure then be done in a pregnancy? Swallowing a camera and helping the doctor determine what the situation is with the...
Mr. Chairman and Representative, it cannot be done in pregnancy simply because when you swallow a pill, it would not end up in the vagina.
Fascinating.
Instead, they want the CDC to update its public messaging about the unsurpassed...
But they want to take sex ed out of schools, right? Because it's so clearly in schools already, right? It's so funny, but also so sad when men know nothing about female anatomy, you know? Yeah, that's who we have in charge. It really is. I don't know who that man was. What state is he for? Did I type it right? Idaho. That tracks. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, I don't really want to know the details of, like, the deep details of Project 2025. But I guess I'll save it for work. I can listen to it while I'm at work. Oh my God, I was fine. And now the moment my brain's like, oh, we might have to read stuff. My eyeballs are like burning. No, sorry for the depression. Yeah. It's a constant state. The Taking of Deborah Logan? The fuck? I've never heard of that before. Yeah. I mean, I knew of it, but I didn't know about it, if that makes sense, before it was more common knowledge. And I really only knew of it a few weeks ahead of it being common knowledge. It's been a thing for a long time. If we're honest, the overturning of Roe v. Wade was part of Project 2025. Even if not directly, it was kind of its own thing, but it was very much like a jumping off point to sort of see, hey, could we maybe do this, you know? But, yeah. I think I'm gonna go get caffeine. Maybe that'll help. Because it shouldn't make me jittery, but maybe it'll help with the fucking annoying fucking eye situation. But the caffeine I want's not cold yet. God damn it. Should grab a cold one. Guess we'll just do a red one. Well, I don't need these on if we're just gonna do Reddit. Yay! I would prefer to not have to wear the headphones, so. That a family is a heterosexual family? I mean, obviously. Because, let me find it. Hold on.
Individual, which is, of course, a horrible thing to do. I don't care for the English. They're sick, sick people. Or people think of bigotry as hate.
I love that's the spot that I clicked on. Oh, that's funny. Ah, that's hilarious, actually.
Out. So we're gonna go through the things that Joanna said about trans people, but
Did you hear the part when I clicked on it?
an anti-trans. This is in December
I
2019.
thought I knew where it was. It's in the front bit here. It's in the opener. It's not this far in. It's back here. I know for a fact it's at the front of this video. Is in fact a hate crime. Yeah.
It might read, choose whatever lifestyle you
Rip.
want. Indulge your sexual preferences with any consenting adult in the privacy of your own bedroom. But who prey on women, and I'm being oppressed for speaking
The truth. Yeah.
case study in bigotry, and see if we can maybe learn something.
Checkmate the gays.
However,
Actually, hold on. Can I pull up the transcript? Is there? Yes. Here we go. Here it is.
checkmate the gays. It's just science. Hashtag I stand
Yeah. Obviously, families are only heterosexual.
with Kim Davis. A penis and a sausage cannot make a baby. Checkmate the gays. It's just science. Homophobes trivial.
Checkmate the gays. Yeah. See, I told you it was in the front part. I still think it was funny that I clicked on the British slander. Ah. Bella Swan gave me alcoholism. What a title. That's a great title. What emoji were you trying to do? We could put it on Discord. Sad. Oh, because of the British slander. Checkmate the gays. Oh, that's incredibly rude. Oh, it went away. I just saw something that full on spoils the Last of Us 2. In the total, in the title and the thumbnail. 2 genders, 2 colors, and 2 brain cells. The MTG song. My interest is piqued.
Howdy, folks. Mangy Fedlocks here.
Marjorie Taylor Greene song.
MTG has told us, for she thinks she's very wise, that there are just 2 genders. There are ladies and there's guys. The fact that Marge seems both, we really shouldn't ask about. For anything that Marge says, there's no reason we should doubt. She said there's just 2 colors. There is black and there is white. And just 2 times of day. There's either morning or there's night. There are just 2 types of food. Either it's vegetables or meat. And just 2 body parts. Either it's hands or maybe feet. To be so simple-minded must make life a dreadful bore when everything in life appears to just be either or. A life devoid of nuance, all questions false or true. When I say Marge is stupid, that's what I'm referring to. Up in the sky there are 2 things, either air...
Hold on, wait a second. Wait a second. Let's look and see. I was really looking forward to watching a movie tonight. I'm very disappointed. Question is, what the fuck do I do instead? Abortion, birth control, LGBTQ, DEI, education, the environment, your weather could be made for profit, service, immigration, porn ban. Covers most of it, yeah. Those are all the big ones, yeah. Do I have to get up and get water, or is Monster fine? Stretches 5,000. Wow. Should really up those since you seem to have all of the points. I showed you all my Dementor shirt when I got it, right? Pretty sure I did, right? Ta-da. Dementor. I know I showed you the Funko, so I'm pretty sure I showed you the shirt too. Love this shirt. I love the design of this shirt. I think the Dementors actually work really good with Funkos. Like I think it, like the design really works well with, like the format of a Funko Pop. If that makes sense. Like there are some characters that you just can't tell who it is in a Funko because they don't have very defining like clothing or something like that. So they could be pretty much anybody, but I just think that the basic like shape and stuff of the Dementors really works towards the advantage of a Funko Pop. I think I'm phrasing that correctly. Started watching some Harry Potter reactions again. Ooh, exciting. Yeah, I wonder if maybe I'll try to watch those movies around the holidays again this year, like I used to do with Max. I wonder. We'll see, it's been a minute since I've watched them. I have them all on DVD, so I could. Oh, speaking of owning things, so some of the stuff that I went out and got today, I got 3 shirts. 2 yesterday, 1 today. They're just simple button-ups, nothing crazy. And then today, I also went and I got a, I'm just gonna show it to you. It would be easier to just show it to you. You won't know what it is because you've not seen the anime, but, you know. Oh, it is Jesus stuff. I was right. It is Jesus stuff. Can't wait for Deadpool to come out on Disney Plus. Definitely will be watching for sure. I need to go actually look at this real quick. I mean, fair. So I wonder if I can talk him into lowering his price. Because I was gonna get the Funko Appa from Avatar, and the guy that the listing had it for $25, which is just a little bit under retail price, which I should have looked into it before reaching out to him. But currently it is actually on sale and I can get it for $15 brand new online. So I'm gonna have to contact him and be like, hey, because he also, I was supposed to pick it up from him today and he canceled on me. So I can reach out to him and be like, hey, I'll still buy the one from you if you lower your price to $15. Otherwise, I'll just order it new online. I'm not gonna ghost him. I'm not a douchebag like that. You have to fit in with the crowd. No, I refuse to just ghost somebody. That would suck. Yeah, because it looks like it's just on sale right now. Plus, I'm buying it used. I can also buy it used through Amazon for $15. See, if I had done my research and looked into it before I contacted him, I probably never would have reached out to him in the first place. But I can't remember where I was when I reached out to him about it. I can't remember if I was like in bed or if I was at work. Like, I don't know where I was when I reached out to him. So I may not have I just might not have thought to look into it. I also might have just assumed it cost more than that because the Avatar ones are usually a bit more expensive. But, which like 25 for a regular size Funko Pop is a lot. But since they normally are around $10 to $15 depending on what it is, but I said it was brand new. I lied. It's not brand new. It's in like new condition. You just went ooh shiny. Pretty much. I think so, yeah. I think that's exactly what happened. Anyways, but I said Jesus stuff because I went and picked up. So I've spent for the shirts. I got 3 shirts for $3. So I bought 2 shirts yesterday for $3, and then I got a 3rd shirt today for free. I think this one's going to be too big, but that's okay. I got it because it was free. Ooh, look at it though. Look at this color. This color is sexy. It doesn't look good in the camera, but it's very sexy. It's a more bluish greenish color. It looks very orange, like warm in my camera. I wonder if the other camera would work better. Not really, no. But it's a bit big, but it could definitely be worn as like an overshirt after top surgery potentially, like put a tank top on under it maybe. I don't know, but it's a nice shirt. And I got it for free. So, but the lady I picked it up from, she put a couple other things in the bag, and I hadn't really looked at them yet. But I kind of just assumed they were going to be Jesus things because that's just the vibe I got from her in the like 2 seconds that I interacted with her. And I was correct. They are in fact Jesus things. Nothing crazy, just basic like he's read my message. Respond to me, motherfucker. Yeah, look. Jesus stuff. What is it? A daily devotional. That's what this is. And then I've got this other thing, which appears to be like ads to stuff for a church. Primed for a monumental healing crusade. Looks like a big like ad book for a bunch of church things. Fortunately, none of it's like targeted, obviously, because she didn't know who I was, obviously, because it's just Facebook Marketplace. But the Reach Out world. Now in its 24th year in print, Rhapsody of Realities features a Love World News, a colored pictorial mid-page magazine, which contains latest updates and reports of the ministry's programs around the world. The revelations, teachings, anecdotes, and illustrations, word-based prayers and confessions, proven 1-year and 2-year Bible reading plans will guarantee that your walk with the Lord is edified and enriched. So it's like like a walk along situation where you're supposed to like study it and then like do a little like fill out a little form about it and like shit like that. I will not be interacting, to be fair. But I just thought that was funny that I like got a vague glimpse of it through the plastic bag that she put the shirt in, and I was like, that's probably Jesus stuff. Yeah. I wonder how big this shirt is. Oh, it's definitely big. Which, like I said, I knew it would be big, but I think it could work for like an overshirt, like, you know, wear something under it, and it's like a nice big. It's definitely bigger. So like it comes down really far on my leg. It could definitely work as an overshirt. Assuming I don't destroy it with like bodily fluids during my recovery. There's that. And then let me know. Let me know. Oh, he must just have the messages open because it's immediately being read. Must be so much wasted paper. Even normal Christians probably don't even read that crap. Honestly, probably not. Lol. Any church that has an open heart, Lamau. Okay. And then the other piece of clothing that I got today was this sweatshirt, which looks like it might be a little, no, it should fit. It's an Asian extra large, aka a women's medium, so it should fit. It has a stain on it, but honestly it kind of works. I knew it had a stain on it before I got it. It was $2. The sweatshirt was $2. It says boobs in Japanese. It is from One Punch Man. The main character in One Punch Man wears this sweatshirt in the show. And I came across it for $2. I don't need a sweatshirt. I don't really wear sweatshirts, but I think it would be really funny to wear a boobs sweatshirt post-top surgery, you know? I just think that would be really funny. Obviously, I won't be able to put it on until I'm recovered, but I do think it would be, I would find it amusing, so it's worth it, you know? Just put a line through it. I'm curious to see how it fits, but I don't really want to put it on. Fuck it, I'll put it on. We'll see how small it is. Because it's gonna be, it's not exactly oversized. It's definitely gonna fit. Oh yeah, it's perfect, dude. It fits perfectly, actually. And now I'm gonna take it off. It's too fucking hot in here for a sweatshirt. But it was $2. It was $2, so I spent a total of $5 on clothing, and I got 3 shirts and a sweatshirt. Well, no, they'll look at it, and people who know what it is will be like, ah, One Punch Man. And people who don't know what it is will just be like, I don't know what that is. Or they'll be like, why does that person have titties on their shirt, you know? So, but for those who know, they will know. Because, like, if I Google One Punch Man, it'll be one of the first results. Should be. Yeah, see, he's wearing the shirt in this one. Has shadow on it. Love that. Ta-da! Yep, shadow's the best. I love it. I think it's great. Shadow is? I definitely preferred Shadow over Sonic when I was growing up. Like, if I had to pick between the two, I would have picked Sonic every time. But I've discovered that that's pretty common amongst trans people. So, regardless of which way they're transing. But I mean, I never really gravitated towards those characters the way I did towards like Link, or the way I do nowadays towards characters like Korra and Aloy and stuff like that. Link was my guy. Like, if I got to pick a character that I played as in like a Mario game or something, it was either Yoshi or like if I was playing like the Olympics game or something, then I would have access to like Sonic characters and Mario characters that I would usually pick either Yoshi or Shadow. And then if Link was an option, because that became a thing later when Nintendo finally started putting all their characters together, then it was always Link. So yeah, he's also darker and more mysterious. Are we not? When did I stop making YouTube videos? Uh, 2022? Or was it 2023? Oh. Interesting. I wonder why they ended their collab. When did I stop? I guess I could just open my YouTube channel. That would work. A year ago. So 2023. December 31st, 2022. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember making this video. I know they did the Winter Olympic Games, but don't they still show up in Smash Bros? I'm pretty sure they're still in Smash Bros. More doctor's notes? What do you mean? What do you mean more doctor's notes? No, I'm just messaging people. I'm just texting. My eyes. I got a new patron this week, which is exciting. Oh no. I'm done with all the paperwork and stuff for that. Nope, we're done doing all that. Oh, that's exciting. The bane of my existence, the 100th episode of Super Rome. I don't know how you're still able to run Patreon in the degraded state you have. Well, it's usually like one person. So I just, when they pay the $5, because that's the only tier that I have open at this point, that really like provides any content. Oh wait, what was that? No, I want, no! Oops. Oh well. What? Instagram? Fuck. Oh, I must have clicked Instagram. Oh. Right. Level 5 is where Max Reacts is. But that's usually the one that I have access to. I probably should just delete the level 1 tier, to be honest, so that it's at least enough money to pay for. I'm gonna actually just remove this tier. Actually. Because it needs to be at least $3 to pay for the Google Drive for the month, and that Google Drive for the month is like $2. So. But, and then I do like, I'll just upload what they want to see to a file in Google Drive, and then when they're done with it, I delete the folder and cancel my subscription and all that. I shouldn't have deleted that. I should have copied that like list. Oh well, too late now. Because I haven't updated the titles of anything. True, I could do that. That's smart. See? This is why I keep you around. One of us has to have the brain cell, and it's usually you. Oh, my fucking pen is dead. Stupid pen. I also need to update the titles and stuff, because I can just delete the descriptions of all these. Because there is no more early access, there are no more editing live streams. The only real difference is level 3 will have the reactions, and level 5 will be reactions plus max reacts. And then beyond that, it's just giving me money. So it's pretty much just one member at a time, though, which is fine. I can't handle more than that. You don't have any pens. You don't have any pens? Why no pens? I like writing stuff down on paper. I don't have to do it very often anymore, but it's nice to have, especially for like when I'm on the phone and I need to take notes about what's being talked about on the phone, which lately has been necessary quite often. But I like the tactile feeling. Like I'm one of those people that's like old in that I prefer to write shit down if I can. But I just don't generally need to very often, so. I also just find it easier to take notes when I'm writing stuff down than like typing. My pen is old school, it really is. Oh yeah, the other thing I bought, this one was the most expensive thing that I've gotten recently, but it was still like half price from normal, from if I'd bought it normal. It's so interesting how when you buy things from people, it smells like their house. Ooh, is this a one-sided one? Just not. It does need to be cleaned though, which is fine. I have a cleaning thing. I have a cleaning kit. That is alright. This vinyl is very dirty. It's so dirty. But I bought Melanie Martinez's first album on vinyl. I love this whole album. Like every song on this album slaps. But I stopped listening to it because Melanie Martinez was accused of doing sexual assault on somebody back in the day. So I stopped listening to her music. Because we don't support rapists in this household. But since then, those allegations have been rescinded. But I still feel weird about it. But this way, buying a secondhand vinyl, none of my money will go to her, and I can still enjoy the album. Because I bought it from someone who already bought the album, and obviously they can't track if you're listening to a vinyl record or not. So it felt like a good workaround, and I got the vinyl for cheaper than I would have if I'd bought it new. So. All these are like the pink deluxe. If you buy it's only 13 songs, so there shouldn't need to be two. Discs, I mean. Yeah. Side A and side B. Yeah. All the ones I'm seeing on here I think that might just be the front and back of the vinyl. in the photo. This one has been very well loved, it looks like. The cover is very much not as beautiful as it normally is. It's very faded and like dirty. Like you can kind of see some of the dirt and stuff on it in the camera, like right here. And then the vinyl is filthy. And the vinyl itself is fucking filthy. Like I don't know if you'll be able to see how filthy it is. And and like look how dirty you can see how just nasty it is. But that is all right. I have a cleaning kit. I can clean it off. Not a big deal. I've just never seen one that absolutely filthy before. Hopefully it sounds good. But it looks like to buy these new, it's like $50. So and it doesn't even look like you can order a new one off of Amazon. Yeah, it probably was. Hopefully it's still listenable. I've got two more vinyls that I want to buy. It's funny too because this one, the Crybaby one, actually does fall under my rule of it needing to be a no skips album, and this one absolutely is a no skips album. I used to listen to this. Like I burned this onto a CD. Like I ripped it onto a CD back when I was in high school so that I could listen to it in the car better. Because at the time I didn't really have a way to listen to my phone music attached to my car, so I burned it onto a CD. It's a fire fucking album, dude. It's no skips. No skips. None. Every song is a banger. And it's like a themed album too, which is cool. Like they're all kind of under the general vibe of Crybaby. Like it's all like baby themed like stuff, but not actually like baby themed, but it's like a dollhouse, sippy cup, carousel, alphabet boy, soap, training wheels. Like that's like just the theme. Like I can't speak highly enough of this album. It's a fucking banger. It slaps. But you know, I feel a bit weird listening to it in a way that gives her money now, just because like even if like I don't know if the allegations are true or not, but the person who made them has since rescinded those allegations. But like that shit happens all the time, so I don't know. I feel weird about it. So I figured this is a way I can listen to the music, enjoy the music without feeling weird about it. But I've got two more vinyl records that I want to buy right now. I want to buy the album called Never Better by Wild Rivers that just came out this year. I just came across it recently and I am in love. But it's a very short album. It's only got 22 minutes of music on it, and so I don't really feel like paying $30 for 22 minutes on a vinyl record. So I'm gonna wait to see if that goes on sale at some point before I buy it. I'll probably wait till it's under 20 before I purchase it. And then Grandson's album, like I still haven't bought that vinyl, which I'm gonna wait to buy that another couple months. Well, probably another couple months, yeah. Because I want to buy a CD and the vinyl, so I'll probably wait until probably Black Friday-ish, maybe before then. I don't know. I'll probably just wait for a week where I don't have it, or like a chunk of a couple weeks where I don't have any like fun purchases. I'll probably buy it then. Maybe I'll buy it for my birthday, or I'll talk someone into buying it for me for my birthday. Because it's like. The vinyl with the CD is like $40. So if I can get someone to buy me either the CD or the vinyl, then that'll feel like worth it. I did want to buy Badlands by Halsey as well. So I'm a liar. I've got 3 more. But I'm also waiting for Badlands to go on sale. Because I can get a used version of it, but it's just used good. And I don't really want to buy a used good vinyl, you know? Oh, there's a used like new. That wasn't there before. Oh, the album, hold on, it's on sale. No, it's not, I'm a liar, I can't read. We still click on the used. I can get used like new for $19 instead of the $27 because the delivery would be for $57, so that's why it's, yeah. That's how they get you, is it's not free shipping anymore. Right, exactly. That's why we always double check stuff before we just sit down and purchase shit. Because I wanted to own Halsey's whole discography, even though not all of their albums are no skips for me. I just really love Halsey's music. And I found a couple of them on a really good sale, which is why I went ahead and bought 2 of them. I went and saw the concert for their last album. I'm hoping for a new album in the next few months. I would like another album before the year is over. They just released a new single last week, so I'm hopeful that maybe we'll get an album before the year is over. That would be fire. And then if she could come near Omaha on a tour before I leave, that would be cool too. I wouldn't be opposed to going to see them live again. But, I got plenty of other stuff that I want to buy, but none of it's stuff that I need, so it's all stuff that's just in my cart until it goes on sale. So I just check in once a week or something to see if they're on any sales or if there's a new used one up for sale. But it's gotta be on a decent sale. Half of them are pop figures though, so. Here's one for under 10. There's $492 worth of stuff in my cart. Yikes. Yikes. To be fair, most of that stuff isn't actually stuff I'm gonna buy. And most of it's there's several items in here that I'm just I can't decide between them, but I'm not gonna get all of them. I haven't decided between them, so there's just several of the same thing essentially in the cart. Oh, why is there quantity 2? What the fuck? Exactly. The stuff in my saved for later is already forgotten about, so I'd love to keep an eye on those Game of Thrones banners though. And I've got that end table for the vinyl player that I want to buy when it goes on sale for Black Friday. But a lot of this, like I said, a lot of this stuff's Funko Pops, and Funko Pops just randomly go on sale. Random ones just randomly go on sale, and then occasionally they're being sold by a reseller. So they're sometimes cheaper if they're being sold by a reseller. So it's a lot of just checking in just to say hello, be like, hi, are we cheaper than normal? And then when they're not, you go, oh, never mind. Funkos will regularly go on 11% off. That's pretty common. And then if I get lucky, I might find one that's on a resale from an Amazon facility, and then I get doubly bonus stuff because I just get the regular discount for being an employee. So that's fun. And then I've got those couple omnibuses that I want, but again, I'm waiting for those to go on a nice big sale before I buy them, which I found some decent discounts on some of them, especially on the resale. There's one here that's, I can't show you it because it's got my shipping information on it, which is why I'm just telling you. Where the list price is $100, but it's 26% off right now, so it's $73.95 brand new. But then if I go down to the resale ones, there are some cheaper ones that are like $70 after shipping, for like new condition or new condition, which isn't quite cheap enough. I'd like it to be in the 60s, like the proper 60s, even after delivery prices before I do it. But there's one here that's like Prime Deals USA, and Prime Deals USA is an Amazon thing, so I get an additional discount off of that because it's an Amazon thing. But I'm also just not ready to read it yet, so I'll wait to purchase it till I'm like ready to read it, and it's on a sale. So see, another one, the Gwenpool Omnibus is usually $125 brand new, but it's currently 38% off, which is actually really good. So it's $77. And then and there's a resale one for $74 right now. That's 41% off. That's actually really good. Gwenpool I have saved because she's Arrow Ace, which I think is fun because Deadpool is like the pinnacle of sexuality in terms of like he will fuck anything that moves, you know? So I think it's fun that his like female counterpart is Arrow Ace. I think that's fun, especially since it's such a well-known character. But I don't really know anything about her beyond that, which is why I've not purchased it yet, because I want to look into her character more before I sit down and spend $80 on an omnibus that I might never read. I want to at least like the character a bit more and know the character a bit more, which is why I've got the Spider-Gwen one in here, because I do feel like I know a little bit about her because of like the Spider-Man like games and stuff over the years, and then also the Into the Spider-Verse movies obviously has Gwen in there, Spider-Gwen, which I'm looking forward to that movie coming out next year. I don't know when next year it comes out. I don't know if that's been announced, but it has been announced. It has been announced, actually. March. Okay, so it looks like the release date for the final one has been pushed back because of the writer's strike. The writer and actor strike back in 2023 pushed back the release dates. Because the second Spider-Verse movie came out earlier this year. And then the next one was supposed to be out a year after that, but it's possible that's been pushed back. Ah.
Despite Sony recently
Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't look like there is an official release for that. Which is fine. Hopefully it comes out next year, though. That would be nice. Yeah. But that video seemed to be confirming what I was already reading in a couple other articles, so... No fake trailers. Yeah, I fucking hate those fake fucking trailers, do I hate them. Especially when they're really well made and you don't realize they're fake trailers until you're over halfway through the trailer, and then you're like, wait a minute, that was a suspicious screen. That frame looked a little suspicious. and then you scroll down and you read the comments and you're like, motherfucker, I've been duped. Shit. Ah. Right? Genuinely. I ordered a stool recently because I figure, because I want to still be able to, obviously I'm not going to be able to do anything for myself basically that whole first week, especially not the first few days, but once Libby goes back to work after on day 3 or 4 of recovery, I will need to be able to at least put stuff in the microwave on my own, but I won't be able to raise up my arms, and I can't pull my microwave down because it's attached to the wall. And it's very high up. So I just bought a stool. I had to buy a new stool. I have a stool, but it is not easy to stand on when I'm in good shape. So I figured let's get a safer one that's got a bit of a wider base and is a little bit more stable that I can step up onto and be able to reach the microwave on my own. So then I can just have Libby prep me food, and then I can just pull it out of the fridge and pop it in the microwave if I don't have anybody that can come make me food. I'm hoping to talk some of my buddies into potentially being on call on days where Libby's at work, because between the two of them, there should always, like the 2 additional friends outside of Libby, there should always be someone who's not at work who could potentially come help a guy out if I need a meal cooked or could bring me food or, something like that. Because I don't know what state I'm going to be in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk up and down the stairs, if I'm going to be able, I read some people talk about how they couldn't open doors for a while, any heavy doors they couldn't open because it hurt so much. So I don't know if I can even go upstairs to let people in, if that makes sense. So I got to figure that out. I mean, I can't really figure that out. I just kind of have to wait and see what happens. But they're both going to come over on Wednesday, the 2 friends separate from Libby. They're both going to be here on Wednesday to hang out and watch a movie and stuff, and so I'm going to bring it up then and see if they'd be willing to... They don't necessarily have to come stay with me. It would be helpful, probably, but they don't have to, especially because, they both have jobs separate from... So one of them doesn't work at Amazon anymore and works a more normal shift during the day, and then the other one has the same days off as me, but he has a second job that works a couple nights that we're off. So potentially, he could potentially stay with me. Theoretically, of course, he could stay with me and then just not be here for the few hours each night that he needs to go to work. And then during those hours that he's at work, she'll be off of work and awake, so she could, if I need the around-the-clock care, they could just swap out while he's at work. I don't know. They may not be comfortable with that, which is completely understandable. But I haven't had the chance to ask, so I guess we'll find out. And if if they both say no, then I guess I'll just figure it out. But because I don't want to have Libby always have to keep coming back to my place. She has a dog and stuff that she's gonna have someone take care of for those first few days where she can't really leave me alone. Where she's gonna need to be in the house 24/7, to keep track of my meds and things like that. But I just hope my body reacts positively to it and doesn't like try to kill me, because I've heard of that happening where people's bodies just, because it's a major surgery and your body doesn't like it when you have major surgery because it's violent and gruesome regardless of what the surgery is. So I've heard some people's bodies will like it hurts so bad that they're nauseous like days later. So it's not even like leftover nausea from the anesthesia. It's just they're in so much pain that their body is just freaking out. And not necessarily because there's any complications. That's just how their body has responded to the amount of pain that they're in. And like shit like that. Which I would hope, as someone who had chronic pain for years, that my body would not do any of that nonsense, but fuck do I know. And I do think I have decided, this definitely is random, but I think I've decided that I do want to try to get a tattoo before I leave Omaha. Assuming I can find an artist in town that meets my qualifications for the tattoo that I want. So that could be fun. No. I've been thinking about like, hey, what tattoo should I get for a long time? And I had a good idea recently of what a good tattoo would be and a good placement would be for it and things like that. And as long as I can find an artist in town who, because I want to get a Life is Strange tattoo. It's gonna be like I want it to be like a Life is Strange tattoo kind of designed kind of around the lighthouse from the game, like that general like vibe. But I want to find an artist in town who knows about the games so that they can do a design for me, because most tattoo artists prefer to design your tattoo for you. Most artists don't like it when you show up with a design. Like they'll do it, but they don't love tattooing someone else's artwork, you know. So I would prefer to find an artist in town who knows and likes Life is Strange and therefore can make a design that has the right energy to it because they know about the games. But if I can't find any in town that are like that, then I'll just wait till after I move. But if I can find somebody in town, you know. Forever searching. Yeah. But the guy that I've mentioned, that my friend that I'm hoping will help me out, he is going to get another tattoo soon, like in the next couple weeks. So he'll be in a shop anyways. So I was like, hey, could you ask the artists that you see while you're there if you could, you know, search around for me, since you're going to be at the shop anyways, you know. You could, while you're sitting there being tattooed, you could be like, hey, anyone here know the game Life is Strange? Oh, you know the game? Here, let me get your number, and so my friend can reach out to you. Because theoretically it would be nice to get one like in November, like before the end of the year. That would be nice, assuming it's not $8 million, you know. Assuming I'm not completely financially desolate after top surgery and 6 weeks off of work, which after doing the math, I don't think I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be fine money-wise, especially since I'm going to be getting disability checks during that time. So disability checks are 60% of your regular check. I think it's a pre-tax 60%, I think. Except for that first week. You don't get anything that first week. So I'll have 5 weeks of 60%, which I think should be enough. I should be able to make enough this month before the surgery to be able to pay this month's rent and kind of have a head start on next month's rent. Like pay this month's rent and bills, and then still have a little bit of leftover for like various doctor's appointments and things like that. And then between the extra $300 to $400 I'm going to get from working on this movie and also the disability checks, I should have enough for next month as well. And if I don't, I can just delay it until I get that first proper check of the month after, and then use that to finish up paying for bills and everything. Because I checked with my landlord, remember, and she said that everyone gets one get out of jail free card. So if you've got a month that you're just going to be late, just reach out to her and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to get the money to you this month. I'm going to need another couple weeks, or I need to set up a payment plan, or blah, 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 blah. And she'll work with you, which is good. So, but I think money-wise we'll be fine, which is good, because I didn't want to have to like DoorDash and stuff while I was still recovering, or really have to go out and kill myself before surgery, DoorDashing every single day and things like that, especially because I need to be, working on that movie once I get the footage and stuff, hopefully sometime this week. So. Oh, I did order stuff though. I ordered a bunch of fan art and stuff that's supposed to get here this week that I'm really excited about. Well, it wasn't a bunch. It was some. It wasn't a bunch. It was some. I think it was 4 pieces of art. Nothing crazy. Although I did order, one of them is a canvas print, so that was a little crazy, but you never know with your healthcare. Well, see, I don't know how the billing is going to work for the surgery, because I know I'm going to have to pay 20% of it, which I think is going to be around $2,000. But I don't know how paying for that works. Like, I don't know if I know it's not like a upfront, like you have to pay the money like today, like situation. Usually medical bills take a few months to come in anyway, so I won't have to worry about paying it off until after I'm recovered and everything. But I do wonder if they'll require me to set up a payment plan, or if they'll just send me a bill at some point and be like, give us your money. Like, I don't know how that'll work, so. Love that. Yeah, I purchased the they put out the DVD. They put out a pre-order for Arcane on DVD recently, and so I bought the most expensive version of that, of course. I think it was like $160 for the like deluxe edition that came with like other stuff. It wasn't just the DVD. It was like the DVD and like the art book and like a bunch of other shit. This was actually a really big deal because it's a Netflix show. It's for Arcane. So the fact that they put it out on DVD is actually fantastic, because now it means I don't have to pay for Netflix every time I want to watch Arcane in 4K, which is really nice. It'll be mine forever. But then also they put out not through Netflix, but through another vendor, put out another like collectibles edition of something Arcane based. 4K or whatever the highest quality is. Insight editions. Let me pull it up. This is what they did. So this is separate from the DVD. Well, it is a Blu-ray. Blu-ray is a DVD. It's a Blu-ray DVD. So I bought this version. Well, no, it's on a DVD disc. It's on a disc. It's a DVD. It's on a DVD. It's a disc. And I call the discs DVDs. I don't know if that's the correct name, but that's what I call them. So when I say it's on DVD, I just mean it's on a disc. It's on a disc that you put in a DVD player. Because a Blu-ray is not... No, a CD is a CD. A CD is for music. A DVD is for media. For visual media. A game CD is a DVD. A game CD is a disc. A game disc. So games are game discs. CDs are CDs, and DVDs are DVDs. But Blu-ray, I don't distinguish between Blu-ray and DVD because it seems stupid to distinguish between the two. Unless you're talking about a Blu-ray versus a DVD version. So like the Blu-ray version is this versus the DVD is that. Because to me, they look the same. Like I have a Blu-ray copy of Your Name, and I also have a DVD, non-Blu-ray, copy of Your Name because I inadvertently bought it a second time. And I just haven't returned it, and I don't know if I'm gonna bother returning it because it was like $10. Especially because it's been too long to return the regular DVD one because I bought that one first, and I just recently inadvertently purchased a Blu-ray copy, and I would rather keep the Blu-ray one because like allegedly they're different. I don't know. But I never really can tell the difference between a Blu-ray and a DVD, especially for like newer content, you know? Like they don't really release newer stuff on just regular DVD anyways. So I've never really bothered to distinguish them in name because to me they're the same. So, but like this one is obviously a Blu-ray. And I bought the collector's edition, which comes with a bunch of extra shit. Comes with some fancy dye, comes with some tarot card drawings, and it's in a steel book. You can get the Jinx steel book, or you can get the Vi steel book, or you can just get the basic Blu-ray, not in a steel book. I appreciate that they have so many different purchasing options for it, but I bought the collector's edition, which comes in a big fancy box with the steelbook and all of this other extra stuff. But I also want to get this. I really want to get, I know. Believe me, I know it's expensive. I'm aware. I'm fully aware of how insanely expensive it is. But there's a reason it's so expensive. It comes with all of this stuff. It's got an art book, an art portfolio, a vinyl, and it's got these 2 statues. So it makes sense why it's $550. It comes with 2 fucking statues. 2 very good looking statues, I should say, as well as like art books and making ofs and the vinyl. There is a cheaper version if you'd rather just have the making of Arcane portfolio, which comes with it. That's the only way to get the vinyl this is the cheapest version that you can get and still get the vinyl. And then you can also just get the book for the making of for less, but it doesn't come with the vinyl. But I want the statues. So, as well as with a bunch of book prints. And there's only 1,000 of them as well. 1,000 of the Artifact Edition. But obviously I'm not gonna be able to start saving for this until after top surgery. So I've tried to not worry about it. I have the tab open on my phone browser, just in the background so that I don't lose it or anything. But it's not in the forefront of my mind. But I do want it, so I'll probably see if I can fundraise for it, see if I can get the because I want to go see my family in Georgia again this year. And last year they just got me a bunch of little goodies and stuff because they didn't know what to buy me because we haven't interacted in years. We hadn't interacted in like 6 or 7 years, so they didn't know me as a person, so they didn't know what to buy me. I think this year when I reach out, I might reach out and mention that I want this really expensive, almost 600, probably will be over $600 after taxes item. So instead of like packs of socks and like candles and stuff, which I love, do not get me wrong, I love socks and candles and lip balm and soap, which is what they got me last year. Love that shit, love it. But instead of that, this year if I could just get some money, whether it be cash, card, however, I'll probably reach out and mention that when I reach out here, probably while I'm laid up. I'll probably reach out and shoot Brenda a text and be like, hey Brenda, am I still allowed to come see you all again this year? Can I please come back, please? Because I really loved being there last year. It was a lot of fun, and it was really nice to be in a place where I felt comfortable and wanted, and still surrounded by family. So when I reach out for her to like check up on them and see if I'm still allowed down there, I can mention, hey, in terms of like what to get me this year, I know last year you all were kind of at a loss. Either you all can get me, because you know how people are. Some people prefer to buy like gifts instead of just giving people money, which is like fine. But my gifts are usually still money. Like when I ask for gifts, I'm like, well, if you don't want to just give me cash, I will take like an Amazon gift card or a Walmart gift card or something. So then when I probably I'll say Walmart gift cards, because then that'll pay for groceries and stuff, and then I can use the money that would have gone on groceries from the gift card to put towards this. But I don't know when they're gonna drop the Slitherfang statue for Horizon. I'm hoping they wait till next year to drop that pre-order. I really hope they wait till 2025 to drop that pre-order. I'm hoping for like April, May 2025. I'm hoping they hold off until then, because I would like, because that thing's gonna be expensive, like really expensive. Because that's the same company that I bought the giant Aloy from, the like whatever, the $1,200 or whatever the fuck it was, Aloy. Also, we're gonna put out a Slitherfang at some point, which is I think bigger than the Aloy one, and I really want it. Honestly, maybe more than the Aloy one, if we're being honest. But but most of those payments will be being made after I'm living with Zoe. So if they do wait that long to put it out, which I hope they do, then it won't be an issue, because I'll have the extra money, because I won't be paying the same amount in rent anymore. It feels like there's a lot of things that I want, but there's really not. Like, it's just price-wise, it's a lot. Price-wise, it's a lot. There actually are a couple of these pop figures that are on good sales right now. See, like, okay, I can't show you, so I'm just gonna have to describe it to you. There's a Funko Pop from Wally that I want, and I have two options here. One of them is $9.95, the other one is $10, but the $10 one is shipped and sold by Amazon, which means I get 10% off. So in actuality, the one that's $10 is actually $9, and the one that's $9.95 is $9.95. So this is why I have to be really, really observant when I am shopping for things in this way, because it's going to save me 95 cents to buy the $10 one, than it will be to spend 5 cents less and buy the $9.95. Fucking weird. I have not heard about your riots. I haven't been up to date on news. I'm a little bit behind on my news stuff, but if it happened in the last couple of days, my news stuff wouldn't have covered it anyways. What are they about? What are the riots about? Oh, not me, Nico. Different Nico. It's so confusing having two Nicos in the server. Oh, this is funny. Not the fact Ike. No. Ah, it's me. That's funny. In the last week, we had someone stab some kids. Oh, right. I did hear about that. I didn't know that there was illegal immigrant rumors about it, though. I did hear about the stabbings, though. Of course they are. These people are stupid. Pink. Pink is on tour? Oh. Pink's gonna be in Lincoln in October. On a Sunday. And they're really not that bad. Well, I mean, for a Pink concert, they're not that bad. Well, the whole immigrants thing is not even a real thing. Like, it's not a real issue. It's just fodder for it's just political fodder. At least for the US it is. I don't know what the situation is in the UK. Obviously the one that Jimmy was talking about wasn't actually an immigrant issue. It was just turned into an immigrant issue by the fake news and then spread that way, and just riled people up that way. But in the US at least, immigrants coming into our country is not an issue. Like, it's not, they're not taking over, they're not spilling in by the hundreds of thousands like Fox News and everywhere is claiming. Like, there's not a migrant issue in the United States in terms of like there being too many people coming in, because we turn a lot of motherfuckers away at the border, like more than I think we should personally, especially with all the different things that have been passed since Trump was in office. But the whole like migrant crisis is a bunch of nonsense made up by Republicans and stuff to stir the pot, essentially. Labor are in charge. We are no longer going to be flying them to Rwanda for for millions. Yeah, well, that's good at least. I don't think Rwanda wanted your all's immigrants. Those are really shitty seats. That's why they're so cheap. I can technically get into the stadium for the Pink concert for $104, but I'm sat. but I would be sat back there, back here. The stage is right here. And this is back here. But Kelly, if you are interested in learning about the migrant crisis in the United States, John Oliver just this past week, I think, actually, did a story about the migrant crisis. Okay, not this past week. The week before this past week? Yes. Oh, it's literally not out on YouTube yet. It's not out on YouTube yet. It should be in the next few days, though. It was this week's episode was about migration and the migrant crisis and things like that. So it'll be up on his YouTube channel in a few days. The main story will be. It used to be uploaded on the same night, but HBO changed that, which is really stupid. So it takes a few days now to come out on YouTube. But it was a really good story that covered a lot of aspects of it really well. He's obviously really good at doing that, really good at summing things up in a nice little tight half hour, sometimes a little less, with a little bit of comedy spliced in there. So if you're interested at all in learning more about it, then they are uploading the latest episodes, just interspersed with old episodes as well. They're just, oh, wait. RNC and migrant crime. No, actually, it is already up. Okay, I'm just confused, because I watch them in batches. So I watch his episodes like 3 or 4 at a time while I'm at work. So I forget what order they're in sometimes. Sorry. But he talks about it in this episode that I just linked. Where he talks about, he actually talks about the stabbing, I think. Does he? I don't. Well, no, the stabbing was more recent than this, wasn't it?
Curtis Lewa. To support the allegation,
Yeah.
he was shoplifting it.
This is a different thing. Okay. But I love John Oliver. Love John Oliver. Love him. His show's great. They do such a good job summing things up in a way that makes sense and is digestible and understandable, while also not dumbing it down necessarily, which is really hard to do. They certainly do dumb it down sometimes, but they're always like, very, very simply. This concept could be its own show, but very, very simply, it is 3 sentences, you know? And then, yeah, they've been uploading old stuff from him because I think HBO pulled a bunch of it off of HBO Max. And so they've been gradually uploading episodes to YouTube in their entirety. So if you ever wanted to go back and watch the old catalog, it's all eventually going to be up on YouTube for free, which is wild. But yeah, in terms of migrant stuff in the US, the RNC migrant crime episode, good shit. And then the West Bank one, if you're ever interested in the West Bank and what that's about over in it's not Gaza, but over in Palestine, about that West Bank specifically, I learned a lot of stuff from this episode, because I knew about the West Bank, but I didn't know about the West Bank. I know of it and generally that it was settlements and shit, but I didn't really know the details, the horrific and awful and terrible details. But now I know the horrible, awful, and terrible details. So I can't recommend John Oliver enough, truly, I cannot. For those who want to be educated on things, he's a very great place to start. So I probably won't be going to see Pink. I probably won't be going to see Pink. Isn't Adele still in Vegas? Yeah, she's just in Vegas. As fun as that would be. Cults. on a Wednesday. Why are the tickets so cheap? I don't really listen to his music, but I did not expect his tickets to be that inexpensive. Like, I didn't expect them to be crazy, but like, that's so inexpensive, dude. Maybe because it's a Wednesday thing. Maybe that's why it's cheaper. Potentially. It's a scam then. Right, the Lindsey Sterling one, which I can't go to, obviously it's just a few days after my surgery. It was one I was thinking about because its prices also really aren't that bad. Like, its prices are also really good, and it would be a lot of fun. But obviously I can't now since I'm getting surgery, so. Literally like 3 days after surgery. No, there's no way. I wouldn't be able to fully enjoy it that soon after. Sapphic Factory, what is that? What is Sapphic Factory? I gotta Google it. Let's turn it. What is Sapphic Factory? Queer Joy Party. Come dance and be free to the music of a lot of queers. But it doesn't seem like... It says dance to the music of these people, but I don't think it means that those people are there. I think it's just the music playing really loud. Which, like, is fine. I'm always down to listen to Chapel Roan in a giant group of queers. Absolutely. Ooh, they're going to be at the Slowdown, actually, which is down the street from me. Because it's downtown. How far downtown from me, actually, is that? I'm curious. Expedia. The fuck? Go away. Because I think the Slowdown is where I saw what's-his-face. That comedian that I saw last year. Yeah. Real close. Like 10 minutes away. So it's not down the street, but it's over there. You know, it's in the same region. It's not down the street, but it's over there. It's over there. Cheap tickets. Because they don't actually have any of the artists there. It's just playing the music. Yeah. I know. That's why I said it's not right there. But it's over there. It's nearby. It's on my side of town. What day of the week is this? Where's the date? Saturday. Oh, well then I can't go. Damn. Never mind. It's on a Saturday. I can't go. Rip. Oh, right. The Avatar thing. I was hoping to take Zoe to that, but this is just parking. It might be sold out. Oh, I clicked on the concert parking. That's why it's just parking, because I'm a moron. That's what it is. Yo-Yo Ma. It's not nearby, though. It's in Indiana. Indiana? Yeah, Indiana. Isn't this the highest tier entertainment that you could ever ask for? Watching me shop for tickets and Amazon and you know I live to serve. You know I do. Did it sell out? Because it's on a Wednesday. I could theoretically go. I mean, I'll still be recovering because it's during September, but I should be recovered enough to go sit in the theater. More than enough. It's weeks after. Inventory is limited. Secure your tickets before they are sold out. So there are still tickets. Okay. I know who I could get to go with me. Austin would go with me. He loves Avatar. Now that's down the street for me. That's down the street. That's walking distance. It's so close. Oh no, it still recommends driving. Technically, it's not a safe walk because it's through a not very safe part of town, but it is literally right there. It is a 3-minute drive, so 10-minute walk. Yeah. Technically, if I just went a little bit, just went down an extra block, it'd be fine. But if it's gonna be, middle of September, so September 11th puts me at 3 weeks. I'll be 3 weeks in to recovery. I should be fine by then. I'll reach out to Austin, see if he wants to go. Austin, go with me to this thing. Because I wanted to take Zoe, but obviously Zoe lives very far away, so that was not going to happen. Yes, I live downtown. It's all sidewalks. I do wonder if the Everything Everywhere screening is going to fill up more. Because it's not very full so far. It's a big theater, though. It's an IMAX theater. How safe is unsafe? Libriana has said that she's seen people, she has witnessed people get jumped multiple times. So, do with that information what you will. See if I can find a link to the actual, not the ticketing website, but the actual, website for the event. Here it is. Austin! Austin! The guy never got back to me about the oppa. I'll text him later. I'll shoot him a message later. So is that a mini band in a bar? The Avatar thing is like an orchestra. It's an orchestra that will play the score alongside episodes of the show. So it's a live orchestra. Yeah. I've been seeing them, that sort of like event has been becoming more popular lately, I think, over the past few years, of people being like for like video games and for movies and shows and stuff, like I've been seeing them more often. Like I know there's been one for like Elden Ring stuff lately and things like that. So these Hosier tickets are so cheap. Like I can't fathom why these are so fucking cheap. Like I kind of want to go just because they're so inexpensive. Like the expensive ones are $80. You know what I mean? Like the floor tickets are $80. Like maybe Brandy would want. I'm gonna reach out. What are the other people that I met through Bumble? Because it's on a Wednesday night, so I can go to it because I don't work till Thursday. And Lincoln is 40 minutes away. It's less than an hour drive, so it's essentially in town. But the reason I was looking at tickets for stuff is because that band I mentioned, Wild Rivers, they just released an album this year, so they're touring for it. And they're going to be not quite nearby Omaha. The closest one is Kansas City, I think. Yeah, Kansas City, which is about 2 hours away. But it's while I'm on leave. It's towards the end of the time that I'm on leave. So I'd be able to drive myself there. It's towards the end of September. It's the weekend after my birthday. So I could probably talk a friend into going with me, since I'd be like, hey, it's for my birthday, just come with me. I bought the tickets, but the tickets are so cheap because this is not a very well-known band. General admission, it's a general admission thing, $30 per ticket. It's so cheap. The Truman in Kansas City. It's not like around the corner. Like I said, it's like a couple hours away. But, ooh, the Fray are going to be there in October. Interesting. Bear Grylls. Huh? Why is Bear Grylls going to be in... What does Bear Grylls do? Oh, this is a different Bear Grylls. Okay. Can I show you what I'm looking at? Yeah, okay. It just shows my city, which everyone already knows. Not the Bear Grylls I was thinking it was. Definitely not what I was thinking of. Honestly, it might be. Is that the band that she mentioned to me? Oh, Mr. Wives is going to be over there. I've seen them before. They were one of the openers for Imagine Dragons, I think, back in the day. I think it was them. How far is this location from home? Oh, it's almost 3 hours, actually. It's quite far away. Sorry. I thought it was 2 hours. It's actually 3. It's 3 hours. But it's on a Saturday. It's on a Saturday. I could potentially talk Lady into going with me. It's for my birthday. Come on, it's for my birthday. Wow, back in the day. Imagine seeing Taylor Swift as the opening act. Crazy. Crazy. Guilt tripping, yeah. Because I don't know if I'll be available. Like, I don't know if I'll be up to a 6-hour round trip at that stage. Like, I just don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not worried about these ones selling out, so I'm not gonna like buy them in advance. But I saw that, like, that's pretty close, to be honest. Like, that's quite close. To where I am, all things considered, especially for a smaller band like that. Like, we've got like 3 million listeners or something on Spotify. 3.5 million monthly listeners. Not quite 3.5, but pretty close to 3.5 million monthly listeners, which is not very many. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It is. But just in terms of like big touring artists, it's not very big. Probably. But I really love this new album. Like, it's again, it's a no skips album for me, which I've said before is rare, but then I've got 3 from this year. So the Billy album, the Chapel album. Although I think technically Chapel's album came out last year, and then this one. Like, I think it might be one of those ones that I'm like, that I kind of regret not going, especially with it being so cheap, especially if they blow up later, you know, like they really like Chapel Roan blow up later. You know, it's definitely one I want to keep my eye on because, I think it would be a chill vibe. I would want to go with someone that likes the vibe of the music though, and Libriana won't like the vibe of this music. Maybe Kaylee might like the vibe of this music. I'll have to see. I'll have to force her to listen to it and then be like, do you like this? Would you go with me to this? If I end up talking Brandy into going with me to Hozier, maybe I can talk her into listening to this album as well. But she and I don't really know each other like that yet, so I think getting her to go to Lincoln with me might be unlikely, just because we don't really know each other yet. You know, but $30 a ticket is crazy cheap. So, which is good because it's a 3-hour one-way, 3-hour back trip. So, yeah, that's the closest one is Kansas City. There are ones in St. Louis. So if we wanted to make like a weekend out of it, potentially that could work. Go a little bit further, like go to St. Louis and do stuff in St. Louis, like, although I won't be able to really do stuff yet, I don't think. So there's one in Chicago, so I could potentially use that as an excuse to go see Christian. But again, it just depends on how exhausted I am and how physically capable I am at that point. Because I still won't be able to lift or any of that shit but I'll be able to drive by that point. I should be able to walk around and stuff pretty reasonably without being in immense pain. Because by the end of September, like that week of September, like I'll be over a month into recovery that week, so. They'll be in Nashville, but of course I don't live there anymore. Okay. I didn't check to see where it charged that to. Oops. But it is fine. It charged to the right one, so we're good. I think my stool was supposed to be delivered today. It's still out for delivery. To be delivered by 6:30 p.m. Ah. See, I've been sitting here sipping on a Monster and I'm still yawning. Seems about right. uh, yeah, you would think they'd have had it figured out by now, but apparently not. I don't know. The deaths, yeah. Fucking hell. I mean, I have been awake for a lot longer than I usually have been by this point, so it makes sense that I'm yawning, but it's just a good indicator that Monster does not help me, so. Like, I've said it before, but I don't know if anyone ever believes me when I say that shit, that Monsters don't wake me up. Guess it helps that we don't have pieces of house flying everywhere. Yeah, probably. That storm we had last week really fucked up some shit here. In Omaha, there are places that are still out of power. I mean, it was, what, earlier this week? Last week? Whatever the fuck that storm was. Okay. I want to read this post. I know we haven't read any posts yet. I know I'm getting tired, but like, you know. Kelly, if you're still here. I know you're getting ready for group. I'm probably gonna take a nap after I finish stream. So Kelly, if you want, you and we can just write tomorrow. Since I will be going to bed after I finish stream. I should be more functional at my normal hours tomorrow. So we can just write after I finish stream tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Since I know there's no possibility of having other plans tomorrow night, I will be available. And then Wednesday, I have friends coming over. And then Thursday, I have the day off. So I might end up streaming. So I'll be streaming tomorrow and Wednesday also, by the way, Jimmy. I will be streaming tomorrow and Wednesday. The stream Wednesday will end a little earlier than normal, probably, because my guests are going to be getting here at either 5 or 6 o'clock. So it won't be a super long stream. I might start a little earlier. It just depends on how things shake out on Wednesday. But I will be streaming tomorrow and Wednesday and potentially Thursday, depending on other things. I'm not going to guarantee Thursday, though. Even though I don't have work, I might end up having to do a really long drive on Thursday. So I don't know if I'll be available then. But you're off now, as in like you are leaving stream now? Well, yeah, but if I'm hanging at home not doing anything anyways, I might as well stream. Oh, you're off work now. Yeah. But I don't know. I might. The new Umbrella Academy season comes out on Thursday, so I'm hoping that my friend Kaylee will be available to hang out that day and watch it with me. I won't know that until Wednesday night, though, if she's going to even attempt to come over and hang out that day. Oh no, so the movie stuff. So I got a text from the director this morning. She was just reaching out to sort of touch base and be like, hey, this is in progress. I'm working on trying to figure out what the best way to get you all the content is going to be. And we might end up driving out to meet each other, meet in the middle between here and Louisville, Kentucky. So that would be a 12-hour round trip for me. If we met in the middle, 6 hours there, 6 hours back. So I might end up doing that on Thursday. I don't know. I haven't heard back from her. I recommended to her that she just buy a second hard drive because the hard drive, she made it sound like it was going to be too big to back up. And I don't want her putting it in the mail without having a backup because that's just asking for trouble. But I recommended that that it would be basically the same money to purchase an additional hard drive, same or less money to purchase an additional hard drive to back it up onto before putting it in the mail and shipping it to me. It'll basically end up costing her the same to just buy an additional hard drive, and then she's got an extra. And then we also don't have to do the driving, so I'm hoping that that's just what she's going to do. But I don't know how big the file size is and shit like that, so I don't know if it's like she'd have to buy multiple terabyte like separate. I don't know. I haven't heard back from her yet. But that might be what I end up doing on Thursday. So hopefully I will be sitting at home binge watching the final season of Umbrella Academy. That's what I would prefer to do with my day off of work, especially since it's a paid day off of work. because the site is going to be shut down for maintenance, which means they have to pay us because we are scheduled to be there, but we cannot be there because they have to shut the site down, which means they have to pay us. So I get a paid day off, a full day off, which never happens. Hello? Ghosts? Thank you very much. But we'll see. Because if I have to drive out there to get the thing from her, I'm gonna make her pay me for the gas. Especially if I end up having to use my day off that I didn't even think I was going to have. You know? So, and I implied in my text back to her that she would be paying for my gas. I was like, after you spend the money paying for both of our gases for the drive, it might just be easier to, and cheaper to just find a way to back it up and ship it out to me. That would make my life a lot easier. I also needed to reach out to her to let her know about the surgery date and let her know that that's my hard cutoff as in terms of deadline. Since I'll still be able to do like to contact them and stuff for that first week or so after surgery, but I won't be able to work on anything for them for that first week. So. But I still haven't heard back from her, and that was almost 12 hours ago. Yeah, I said, if you're not able to back it up, the safest bet would be to drive out and meet me, even though I'm not sure I will have time to drive out to you, LOL. Probably Thursday, but I'm not sure yet. After paying for the gas for both of us for driving, it would probably be a better financial decision to just buy a second hard drive you can back it up onto so you can mail it. So. Also, I will have to have the final product back to you before the 22nd of this month. I have surgery, so I won't be able to edit or travel for a few weeks after that. I should have no problems getting it done before then, but figured you should know what timetable I'm working with. Still getting paid for the whole month. That's some good fucking severance pay, goddamn. And you don't have to work? So like, how do I get fired from your job? How do I get let go? That sounds nice. Shit keeps creaking around. Ah, smart. Smart of you to just hold out, though. I guess if I have any interest in going to the Hosier concert, Hosier? I'm probably saying his name wrong. I should probably listen to more of his music than just the one song. I guess I'll have to do that this week. I can do that at work this weekend. Because, like, I know his 2 most popular songs. But that's it. That's really all I know. So, oh, fucking hell. I hate the album cover. I hate the album cover. I like his last album's album cover, his prior album. The new album cover, I don't know why, but I hate it. Not a fan. I don't know. Should be interesting. But the thing is, because I know his 2 most popular songs, that means he'll probably play those ones because they're the 2 most popular songs in his itinerary. So, itinerary, that's not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for? Discography? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. So he'll definitely play those 2. You know. Just doing a lot of job searching now, but I can at least get a good reference from them. They just said that they didn't want me to change at all, but that the job just wasn't for me. Can't say that it was really. I prefer to focus on stuff rather than jump around and partially solve something. I guess that makes sense, yeah. I'll probably try to push till 6 o'clock and then hop off. So like another 45 minutes. I think that seems reasonable. Hit the 3-hour mark for the stream. God, I can't wait to get a haircut. Like I think I look great with this much hair. Don't get me wrong, but I can't. It's just too much. Like it's too much on the back now. Like I don't like the way it looks in the mirror. Like I don't like how much there is behind my neck. Like it's not a dysphoria thing. It's just I don't like it. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. So I'm looking forward to getting that haircut. I might just go ahead and get it next week instead of waiting till the week of surgery, because I don't know how long I'll be able to hold out. But the main reason I'm holding out is because I think I've mentioned it. I want to have my hair be able to cover my ears still, so that when I'm at work, I can have an earbud in and not really have to worry about it. Because we're allowed to have earbuds now, but we have to have specific earbuds in, like ones that we buy from Amazon. We have to have specific earbuds in, and I refuse to do that because it's fucking stupid. And I like to not have to wear my earmuff covers if I don't want to. Like if I'm in a spot where I don't, like if I'm doing like heavy lifting stuff where I'm gonna be sweating a lot, I prefer to not wear them because they do hold in a lot of heat. So it's better to not wear them so that I'm not extra sweaty if I don't need to be. So it's nice to have the hair coverage for those moments, but what do you mean? Oh, I won't have to. I'm gonna get it before. I'm gonna get it before the surgery. I just don't know if I'm gonna get it the week of, or like the week leading up to surgery, or if I'm gonna get it the week prior to that. So I don't know if I'm gonna get it next week or the week after next week, essentially. So, because initially my plan was to wait until like a few days before surgery to go get it taken care of, just after that work weekend is over, you know. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold out that much longer. So it might be a spur of the moment. I get up from my chair next week and grab my car keys and go out to a fucking Great Clips or something, like. Because I'm just gonna go to a Great Clips. I'm just getting the length chopped off. I'm not doing any more than that. I probably will ask. Well, that's what the final week is for. I've got my work week will end, and then I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get everything sorted and figured out. I'm already working on taking care of like the pillows and the clothes and this and the other this week, and I've been pondering ways to sort of make my apartment a bit more accessible for myself after surgery. I haven't enacted any of those plans yet because I don't want to move everything to fucking waste level yet, because that would be really frustrating to have to live in for 2 weeks. I'm going to do that the week of surgery. I'm going to move everything to waste level the week of surgery. I'm going to deep clean the week of surgery. So I'm going to deep clean the apartment. I'm going to scrub the baseboards. I'm going to scrub the shower, scrub the toilet, vacuum 4 or 5 times, scrub the floor. Like, it's going to be a deep clean that week. But I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna spread out also, because I'm gonna have to work on the movie as well. My hope is that I'll get the movie stuff sometime before this week is over, and then I can work on the movie next week and have it done and take care of it and ship it back out to her before the 18th. And then the week of surgery, not have anything to worry about at all. That's my hope. That would be ideal. It would be for her to get it in the mail sometime tomorrow, it to get to me before, like, to get here during the work weekend, so then I can work on it next week, which is another reason why I would like to have Thursday free, so I can stream tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, and go on and get Alan Wake taken care of and finished up, so I don't have to worry about it. So if I need to cancel stream next week while working on the movie, I can, you know, which, like, obviously I will if I have to. Obviously, I'm not going to prioritize stream over a job, but but it would be nice to not have to cancel stream, because theoretically I shouldn't need to, you know, because I'll stream during the day, and then after stream is over, I'll chill for a couple hours, and then I'll come back and sit down and edit during normal work hours. So theoretically I shouldn't need to cancel stream, but you never know. It would be nice to it would be nice to space things out a little bit, you know. That's essentially all I'm saying, is it would be nice to space things out a little bit, to have next week be for right that would be nice. Technically I could edit while just chatting with you, like I could screen share in Discord and it could just be you and I hanging out. That would be fine, but no, I obviously wouldn't be able to stream while editing. but hopefully I hear back from her this evening. Whenever she's done with whatever she does during the day, because I have no idea. But yeah, it's gonna be a booked and busy couple weeks before surgery hits, and then after that I won't be doing shit. So I definitely won't stream that first week after surgery, and then depending on how I'm doing, I might do a couple hangout streams that second week. But again, it's just gonna depend. Obviously, I'm not going to be worried about trying to stream. If I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna stream. Obviously, that's how I am normally. So I'm certainly not gonna be different when I'm in recovery mode. But because like I said, I do want to play Life is Strange while I am off of work. So I will be doing some streaming during those 6 weeks of recovery. It's just a matter of how soon I will want to. I don't know. It would be nice to want to during the second week of recovery, but I don't know. So I don't know what state I'll be in. Because I can sit at my desk, you know, I can set my desk up in a way where everything's already set up where it needs to be, so I don't have to be reaching up and like touching the cameras or moving the mic all that much or anything like that. So theoretically, it shouldn't be an issue to be able to sit here and play. I need to also look into buying Life is Strange because I still haven't done that. Don't know if I also want to buy Before the Storm. I don't know. Because I want a physical copy. I'll probably end up with the remaster. I can get a copy. I can get a used copy off Amazon for $17. That's not bad. The delivery date's a little late, and I have to pay for delivery. Okay. For a better delivery date, I can get one for $22. For a used copy of the PS4 Life is Strange. Although this image is of the UK version, so based on the rating and stuff on the front. I'll probably end up buying the remaster though, because that would make more sense. Interesting that the remaster is not available. Okay, getting Life is Strange for PS4 used is actually one's not bad. But it would be nice to just go on and get Before the Storm, but I can't find the remaster collection. Like, I want the physical copy, so it's harder to find the physical copy. But I need to look into that anyways, because I want to buy them. So I was hoping. Wait, when is the Kansas City thing? Oh, that's not for a while. I was hoping to find a copy of them on Facebook Marketplace, but I never did. Not nearby. I found a couple of it, but they were like far away. Not far enough away to like get them shipped to me, but too far away to drive. So, but I am looking forward to my haircut. Jesus Christ. Because I could buy the remastered collection for the Switch pretty easily. What is it? Yeah, I don't really track it. I don't keep track of it. I would prefer a copy of the original games, personally. I would prefer the original. I don't hate the remaster, but I don't care for it, you know? I prefer the jank of the original. I think it's got character to it. I like the... I've never played the remastered version, to be fair. But I've seen comparisons, and it wasn't that much of a difference to matter, necessarily. So why not just go for the original when it's, you know, just as good? Okay, looks like we can get the originals for about 20 each. Why is the Xbox version so much cheaper? The Xbox version is on sale. Yeah, it looks like we can get for about 16 each, it looks like. Which really isn't bad. And then I have True Colors for free through my PlayStation subscription. So if we, depending on how, I think I've talked about it before, but depending on how long it takes us to get through Life is Strange and potentially Before the Storm, I might play True Colors again as well while I'm in recovery. Because it's been a while and I've only played it once. And like I said, I have access to it. And it would be nice to experience it again since I was a different person last time I played it. It came out, 2 years ago, I think, True Colors did. ...2021, so 3 years ago. Wow. Yeah. I think that would be a very different experience to play it now. So... that could be a good time. And I know Stray will join us if I play True Colors again. So, honestly, Stray would probably join us for all of it, to be honest. That is still the plan, by the way. I will be abandoning Alan Wake if I don't finish it before surgery. But the plan is to finish it. Shouldn't be difficult to. Yeah. The cutoff. Okay. We're gonna read an Am I the Asshole post. We're gonna read it. We're gonna read it right now. We're reading it right now. We're reading it right now. You haven't said anything about the volume and stuff, so I assume everything is still fine volume-wise, right? Okay, cool. All right. Let's read. Am I the asshole for telling my brother to get out and take his bitch of a wife when he asked for some of our mom's ashes? Phrasing could be problematic, but let's find out. Poo mode is activated, which means that no more comments are allowed, I think. Proctologist only orifice. Yeah, it's essentially you're only allowed to comment if you've got enough karma, which I don't think I would. I think I've got a few hundred, but nothing crazy. Okay, my mom used to live near my brother. She was a quiet person in general, and after Dad died, was lonely. Could be. Okay, I'll turn it down a little bit. Is that better? Because it's hard to tell sometimes because of the, I can also turn myself up a little bit to compensate. It's hard to tell sometimes because of the waveforms are accurate, but they aren't accurate at the same time. Like they are accurate, but they're not very representative of reality, which sounds like those should be contradictions, but I don't know. Both are true at the same time. My mom used to live near my brother. She was a quiet person in general, and after Dad died was lonely. She wanted to have dinner with my brother and his family often. His wife, Kara, didn't like that, and they agreed to do it once a month. Interesting. Mom started to have issues and would send panicked texts and went to the doctors randomly. Around this time, his wife made a lot of posts about how she was an attention seeker and was making up problems, that she was trying to cause a wedge in their relationship. My brother stopped visiting our mother. It was everywhere, and I do not like Kara at all. The wording in this isn't great. When this started happening, I decided to visit my mom. I live in another state. It took me a day to realize something was wrong. Took her to the doctors, and she had dementia. It's kind of a hard thing to miss. I informed the family and had become the main caretaker. Kara continued to make posts or comments that she is faking it. My brother stood by her the whole time. I literally begged him to come visit before she passed. She was cremated and I have the ashes. He didn't even come to the viewing. This is the issue. He and Kara showed up asking for some of our mom's ashes. I told him no, that he didn't even see her before she died. This started an argument against the two. By the end of it, I told him to get out and take his bitch of a wife with him. He's been calling me a jerk and telling me I have to apologize. The family is torn. Some are saying fuck him and Kara. But the other are saying I should give in because it's his mom also. Yeah, some of the ashes. I mean, yeah. I think it's fair to give him some of the ashes. He might have been a shitty son at the end, but that's still his mom. But also I can understand why. I think the main problem I have is the phrasing that bitch of a wife. Even if she is a bitch and his wife, it's a bit assholey to say such a thing. Although, I will give OP the credit that OP is also grieving in this moment. So it's an understandable time to lash out. Or it's understandable that they would lash out. I think this is a complicated situation because it's because both sides make sense. Like, obviously, the son would want some of the ashes, but also OP would be reluctant to give the brother some of the ashes because the brother was not a very good son for a good chunk of the end of mom's life. So, you know, I'm gonna go with not the asshole. Oh, also, fun fact, unrelated to the post. My hair will basically not have any of the brownie blonde in it anymore once I get it cut. It'll have some in the front. Like, the longer bit will still have a little bit at the bottoms because I'm gonna get it cut to like eye length. So it'll still have a little bit, but like the backs and sides won't have any left because I'm gonna get it cut down to about 2 inches. So the backs and sides probably will have, if any, it'll be like the very, very tips of the hair, if any. So it'll be back to dark again. Not forever. Probably before the end of the year, I want to get it dyed again. The question is, what color? I don't know. Because I do really love the way the hair is now. Like, you all know that I love this blondie brown color. But I don't know. I'll probably decide the color when I decide to get it dyed. Like, when I'm color shopping, or color shopping, when I'm like going shopping to buy the product to do the hair, I'll probably figure it out then. But, you know. Depending on the difficulty, I might dye it while I'm off work. Like, depending on how hard it is to wash it that way. I might look into seeing if I can get like a extender thing to put on my shower to use, like one of the handle things, like a shower handle, you know, so that I can wash like my lower body and stuff while I'm, because like I'm not supposed to like submerge my scars or anything in it for a while. Like, I can get them wet after the first couple weeks, but I can't like stand facing the shower head for a little while. So having a like shower handle or whatever would be helpful for that. But also having that would make it where I could have a friend wash my hair and it not be like insanely difficult and frustrating and annoying. And where I could just like sit in the floor near the shower or even in the shower, with with swim trunks on or something, and like just lean my head back in a chair, you know. I don't know if I don't have a chair, but I can get a chair, to where the other person could easily wash my hair without it being a complete pain in the ass for the both of us, you know. And by the person, I mean Libby. I wouldn't ask any of my other friends to do that. That would be, I think, weird. I don't know. I don't know any of those other people enough to feel comfortable with that, I don't think. But for the post, not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your brother made his choice and he chose poorly. He deserves nothing. They have the same energy as my younger sister. She was really abusive and awful to my mother most of her adult life, and she continued after my mother got diagnosed with cancer and traveled internationally more than she came to visit. Then she engaged in some performance bullshit at the funeral. Yeah. At this point, why does he even want her ashes? I feel like his wife wouldn't even want them on display in her home. I think he's realizing just how much of an asshole he's being viewed as by the family and is asking for the ashes to save face and appear like a caring son. If he didn't come to the viewing or funeral, I really don't understand why he would want the cremains. Yeah. Personally, I have no plans to ask for any of the ashes. If I don't even know what my parents want. I don't know if they want to be buried or cremated. I have no idea. I think probably buried, but I don't know. I think my mom would probably want to be buried, but I don't know. I haven't talked to them about it because I really don't care. I wouldn't ask for any of my dad's ashes. I simply don't care. And then I don't know. I don't know if I would want my mom's or not. I don't know. Like I'm genuinely unsure. Because it's not like a, I don't know. It's not like a, I don't care about my mom thing. I think it's a, I don't know if the ashes really matter all that much. Like, the ashes aren't my mom. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So I don't know. I just think it's a philosophy thing for me of why I would or would not want my mom's ashes. You know? For my dad, it's pretty more straightforward in that I just don't give a shit about him. So why would I bother trying to keep track of his ashes? You know what I mean? But with my mom, it's like it turns into more of a proper philosophical thought process of like, do the ashes mean anything? Is it any different than just having a photo of her around? You know what I mean? Like, it turns into more of like a, because I do think I would care about her remains and stuff. So it turns into more of like a, what would be the point in keeping any ashes, you know? Because yeah, none of us are remotely religious. So neither of us are remotely religious, you and I. So it's not like a religious thing. But, oh, you mean like burial stuff. None of us are remotely religious, so the burial stuff isn't relevant for you all. Yeah. I just want to be whatever. Like, I want all of my remains to be as donated as much, like to donate as much of my body as possible at whatever time. Because theoretically, I won't die anytime soon. So I will die a good, I don't know, 70 years from now, 60 years from now, 50 years from now, a while from now. And then donate all of the organs possible. Everything. Eyes. By that point, we'll have limb transplants, I would think. So whatever is viable to donate that shit and cremate the rest, throw it away. I don't care. Do whatever you want with the rest of my body that my family wants. So all I request is that everything that can be donated, and then whatever the rest of the family wants. If they want to cremate me, if they want to throw me in a ditch somewhere, I don't know. It's up to them. I don't give a fuck. I'll be dead. Exactly. Same. I'll deal with it later. And then, like, also, I'll deal with it later, but also, my friends all know that that's what I want. So, like, if anything were to happen and I don't have, like, a will laid out, it would go to my parents for them to decide what to do with my body and stuff. But, like, I think my sister knows that that's what I want. I should probably talk to my uncle about it. He's probably the person that should know, because he would be the one to talk to my mother about it, and it would be on her and my dad to figure that stuff out if something crazy happened. But I know Zoe knows that that's what I want. Obviously, Max is the one that would have needed to know, but now that doesn't matter anymore. But I think my sister knows. Libby knows that's what I want. So Libby's my emergency contact, but that's not who my bodily remains and stuff would go to if anything crazy happened. She's not my next of kin or whatever the classification is. Yeah. I think all of my stuff just defaults to, I think if you don't have anything set up, it just defaults to your nearest, your closest relative, which would be my parents. So, but like, my name is legally changed, so it's not like they can bury me under dead name. So worst case scenario, I just end up in a grave instead of cremated. Whatever. The grave will still say Nico on it, so And doesn't fucking bother me. So does not fucking bother me. You can put what you like on a grave, surely. I would imagine, but my legal name is Nico Fitzpatrick. That is the name on my birth certificate now. Or no, not on the birth certificate. That's the only one that I haven't changed. Everywhere but the birth certificate says my legal name. Because doing it on the birth certificate is like a whole different... If I end up living in Kentucky, I'll get the birth certificate changed, but... if I don't end up living in Kentucky again, then it's not worth the effort to drive back and forth. But legally, my social security card, like driver's license, everything says Nico on it. So I don't know how they would manage to bury me in a grave that doesn't say Nico on it. But at the same time, I'll be dead. So why the fuck do I care? You know what I mean? Like, if my family wants to, if I die suddenly tomorrow and my parents want to bury me under my dead name, why the fuck do I give a shit? I'll be dead. You know what I mean? Everyone that matters will know me by my actual name. So why the fuck do I care about a grave? You know what I mean? You can get the birth certificate changed. It's just a different process. In the States, you generally have to go to the state. You have to contact the state you were born in to get a new birth certificate. So like Max was born in the state of New York, for example, so Max would have had to reach out to New York State and like contact them about getting a new birth certificate. I think it's, and then it's of course different from state to state, the process that you have to go through. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm not sure. I don't remember what the process is in Kentucky. I think it requires seeing a judge or something to get the document changed, but don't quote me on that. That could just be a name change thing. I can't remember. It's been so long since I looked into it because I genuinely don't care. I really, I care about it saying Nico on my birth certificate about as much as I care about saying, probably less than I care about it saying Nico on like my diploma. You know what I mean? I don't care enough to go get the diploma changed. Again, if I end up living in Kentucky again, I might reach out into those and look into those things and getting those changed. But otherwise, it's not worth it. I really don't care. I also don't care if my driver's license says, if the gender marker on my license says F on it. I really don't care. Like today when I was in the doctor's office, the doctor let me know that she was probably gonna have to change my my sex on the paperwork and stuff to female, because when I was asked at the check-in, I said male because that's just what I said. But she informed me that she was probably gonna end up changing it just so that in the future, if I come back, they're not like confused. Like there's not like a risk, since I still have like a uterus and stuff. There's not any risk of like if I come back in for something that they know that that's a potential issue, that like, because that obviously will affect things. And I was like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. Like I don't care. Like for medical stuff, I genuinely do not care if they mark me as female on there, because that's still correct. You know what I mean? Until I get a hysterectomy, marking female makes more sense. And I like, same for on the fucking driver's license. Like on the driver's license, it's saying female on there, like honestly just makes it more confusing, because anyone who's checking, like no one looks at my fucking driver's license. Like the only time my driver's license gets looked at is when I go to bars with friends, which is very rare that happens. I've only done it twice. Yeah. And also if I get pulled over, which, yeah, depending on how things go over the next few months, I may need to look into getting that changed. But I don't know what the process of getting the gender marker changed for the driver's license is. I think it would be in the state. I would have to look at getting it changed. You know what? Each state has a different process. Okay, so Nebraska. What is the process? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It just has an M or an F. In some states you can get an X. I don't know why. Nebraska info for trans or non-binary. My brain tried to combine the words non-binary and voters, so non-binary is what came out of my mouth. Let's see. Changing your legal name. Already did that. Updating gender markers on birth certificates. I'm not going to update it on the birth certificate. That does not make sense. For me, it doesn't make sense to update it on the birth certificate. That, like, also for the name, it doesn't make sense for me. Like, there are people out there, obviously there are trans people out there who would prefer that, you know? Ooh. Which bypass? Hold on. Sorry. This is more important than talking. Sorry. I heard back from the chick with the mastectomy pillow. So, hold on. Looks like I might be able to go over there and get it tonight. I think she said Venmo. I could pay her through Venmo. Yes. Okay, cool. She wants to meet in North Fremont, which is farther away. I do wonder why. That would be a good question, actually. Why is there a gender marker on the driver's licenses? You know? Oh, oh, oh. Hold on, lady. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to find a better meetup spot because the Walmart is higher up than... Oh, okay. It's actually not that much higher up. Okay. It's just on the eastern side of town. I was hoping she'd be willing to come towards me a bit more. So that I wouldn't have to come all the way up to Fremont. But it's like a 10-minute difference if for her to come like down a little bit, you know? Well, it looks like we're only going to do the one. Because I did want to hop off at 6. Looks like I'm not going to get to take a nap until after the drive to go up there. Because I don't want to push it too late. Let's see. I would say, I think that's an accurate description. That I only stream regularly when I have a game that I want to play. Like, since the start of this year, I've really only, like, I don't stream if I don't want to, but also I, like, personally from my end, like, I feel like I try to set a schedule, as in, like, once a week or twice a week when I have something specific that I'm playing. Otherwise, I mean, I still like to do once a week these days, at least, like, even if I don't have a specific game in mind. Would you say that that's accurate from your end? In terms of like stream schedule stuff. I try to stream once or twice a week if I'm in the middle of playing a certain game. But if not, I only really try to stream once a week if I want to. which is definitely less than I used to, right? Yeah. Because, I mean, we used to have more people in here. Like, we used to have, like Christian used to be able to join us more often. Jarek used to be here more often. Stray used to be here and interact a bit more often. But nowadays, it's mostly just you here, and you're not really picky if I don't stream, so, which is lovely, by the way. I'm very grateful that you don't get upset and irate when I don't stream. That would be very annoying. And you also interact when I do stream, which is very helpful and very nice. And you've been very understanding for when I just am not in the mood, or I don't feel like it, or, you know, whatnot. You don't tend to, you don't put a, like, you understand that I don't have any obligation to be here, that I just am here for fun. And you treat it that way, the same way that I do, which is very nice. And I started streaming less at the start of this year because I just wasn't vibing with it as much. It was starting to feel like an obligation, so I took some time off and then came back when I was ready. Plus, there are just less people here on a regular basis when I stream nowadays. People have gotten busy, so they aren't able to be here as often. I didn't mean to hit send. Oops. Delete. Oh. Less, not last. Less. There we go. Plus, they are more picky with what they watch. True. My stool got delivered. My step stool. Although these days, when she's available, Kelly's been showing up, so, and hanging out. When she's not busy, which is nice. Jimmy, no. Of course, Rookie will pop in and leave a comment here or there, but, yeah. It was always just for fun, yeah. Oh, speaking of, there's Christian. Welcome in, buddy. I am about to stop streaming, but welcome in. If you're down to hang out later this evening, like 10 p.m. our time, I probably will hop back on. If you're down to hang out and watch dumb YouTube shit or read Reddit. Obviously, Jimmy won't be here, but Rookie, I think, is internet limited. Yes. But for a period of time there, I did have some money coming in. Not enough to count as income, but still money. Cool. I know sometimes you're doing stuff, so I figured I'd ask. Because if you're not available, then I probably will just take a nap. Although, but by that time, after the drive, because the drive will take about 2 hours, and then the drive up to get the mastectomy pillow should take about 2 hours. What is that? What does that usually translate into, Jimmy? Did we say the Prime sub is like what, $1.50 or something each month that I receive? Something like that. Oh, the jitters just hit me. Yeah, normal sub is $5, which I get half of. And I think a Prime sub is like half of that. So I think it translates into $1 or $1.50, I think. Okay. Updating the gender markers on a Nebraska license. Let me text her back actually to see if 8 o'clock would be fine. I'm also jittery, I think, because I've really only had toast today. I had some toaster strudels. I had 2 toaster strudels when I woke up. So around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, which was like 9 hours ago. And then I had the 4 pieces of toast when right before starting stream. That's all I've had to eat today. So that and the Monster, I think that's why I'm jittery. Because I've not really had anything substantial to eat. Let me turn on my, I'll hang out and stream until I have food ready, and then I'm gonna eat, and then after I eat, I have to head out to do the drive, but I'm gonna push back, but I'm gonna shoot to leave, which is like an hour from now. I'm gonna try to leave in about an hour to go do the drive, and it's about an hour-long drive, so I'm gonna shoot to get to her place at about 8 o'clock. Which should be fine. She said 7:30 was bad, so most people, if they're available by 7:30. If they're available at 7:30, they're usually available at 8. Most people just don't want to push it too much later than that because most people will try to go to bed. Transphobia. That's why. Ironically, transphobia directed at a cisgender person. Actually, I should probably make chicken tenders. Making a burger is going to take too long. Tenders only take 10 minutes, so burger will take closer to 20 minutes. So I think we'll just make tendies, which I should still have some on. I don't know how well y'all can hear me from that far away. Probably not well, so sorry, but I'm kind of just talking to myself when I'm over there, not necessarily talking to y'all. Oh, interesting. That would explain why Sam's Club is like that. Let's see, how do I cook this? Ooh, yeah, I definitely need to eat before I leave. This would not be a safe way to drive. I'm not well enough to drive in this state. I don't think that would be safe. Because, like, I'm a little lightheaded, if I'm honest. Let's see. How to cook Tyson grilled and ready chicken breast strips in the air fryer. Okay. When I got mine, I started looking for similar instructions. $3.75 for 13 minutes. Okay. If I was to cook the chicken strips, because like I have chicken tenders, like the regular chicken tenders that are just like fried chicken tenders that are frozen, but I've only got like, I guess I can show you. So I have these. This is what I normally have, but I wanted to try something new. So I got some like grilled chicken, but I don't know. I've never practiced with it, so I don't know how to cook it so that it's tasty for me. Because the only tenders I really have left in here are like the small ones, or like these kinds, which is just breading pretty much. Like this is gonna be pretty much just breading. There's not really gonna be any chicken in here except for at the top where I'm holding it. So there's not really, like, there's a little nugget in here, but it's not really a substantial. I'm still probably, this is probably gonna cook to eat now, is this stuff, but in terms of cooking the chicken strips, I'm gonna buy more of these, obviously, to eat while I'm laid up and stuff, because those will be easy for even me to make. I just gotta pull them out of the freezer. That'll be the hardest part, is pulling it out of the freezer. And doing the cleanup afterwards. I would need the, does that not have a decent amount of chicken in it? The tender that I held up, the nuggets this should have a decent amount of chicken in it. This part of it should have some chicken in it, but like the bottom's not gonna have really any in it. But that's just because I've just got crumbs left. Normally the tenders in this bag are fine. Normally the tenders in this bag look like the tenders on the front, but it just, because I'm at the crumbs of the bag, so there's not really any good ones left. There's like a couple good ones left. But I've never had the chicken breasts strips in the air fryer, so I really need to eat something. I assumed the 4 pieces of bread with butter on it and jelly was going to be enough to sustain me for a few hours. Apparently not. Just shoving bread in your mouth, I guess, isn't good enough. I don't know. I just needed to eat the bread. That's why. I wasn't trying to, like, skirt eating. You know, I just needed to consume the bread because it's past the date by quite a bit, you know. No. The crumb ones towards the end tend to be more batter than they are chicken. Okay, I need to throw these in the air fryer. Sorry, I wanted to double check that I had enough time. Sorry, I wanted to check that I would have enough time to cook and eat these before I needed to leave. Otherwise, I was going to need to find something else to eat. But I do, I have time. Because I moved us to 8, so it would be fine. Because the drive's about 40 to 45 minutes. Hold on. Yeah, the drive right now is about 40 minutes. But I budgeted an hour in my head when I was doing the math in my head before I gave her an arrival time. Like an estimated meet time. Oh yeah, I guess that's why it wouldn't be much later than 8, because she has to meet me at the Walmart. Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. I need to stop for gas. Also, I do not have enough gas to get me there and back. I barely have enough gas to get me to work, because I was hoping, I thought I was going to have a date tonight. And the date, I was going to have enough to get me over to where the date was going to be, and then I could fill up gas over there, because that's closer to my workplace where I would normally fill up gas, at the spot that I like to fill up gas at. But that's not happening tonight, so I need to find a new spot to get gas to get up there with. So I needed to budget extra time for gas. This is for stopping for gas, so I did like 15 in my head, so it worked out. We'll be fine. Let's see if there's a loves in this area. There's one on the way, but how far is it from here? Do I have enough to get me to that gas station? Yeah, we should be fine. It'll be close, but we should be fine. It's a little closer than I would like to cut it, but I don't like stopping at other, like I prefer the Love's gas, like the Love's brand gas stations, because I get 10 cents off a gallon with my app. And I would rather just risk it, make it be a little close, and then, you know, do it all at once. Okay, so we got that figured out. Let me... There we go. So sorry, guys. The fucking caffeine, I think, the caffeine part of the drink I've been drinking, I think hit me all at once, just the caffeine part. Because the monster's almost gone. And I think the fact that I basically have an empty stomach has caused the caffeine to hit me in a way it doesn't normally. So my brain is functioning at about maybe 40-50% of normal, so it's the ADHD is covering most of it. Oh, my table's... I was like, why is my desk so cold? It's because I had that frozen chicken sitting on it for a second. Did Christian have to dip? Yes, it seems so. Wow. My body is shutting down. This is funny. So like I'm typing on my keyboard, right? So I've got my wrists resting on my desk. You know, how you type on a keyboard. But if I let my hand hover over the keyboard, they're just vibrating. Like I When did I hit mute? When did I hit that? I don't remember hitting the button. Must have hit it when I moved it at some point. My bad. Lamau. Ah, probably. Um, There we go. Sorry, I can only do one thing at a time right now. Normally I can type and talk at the, like, normally I could have typed that out and spoken to you at the same time, but not right now. So sorry. Hmm? Time to flip the nuggies. I think I showed you this when I did it. But Libby and I went out to eat one time. We went to Cheddar's, which is like just a sit-down restaurant, and I stole their little sauce dish. Anyways, so what are you doing now, Jimmy, now that you don't have work? You just doing, like, you just job hunting, or are you, like, what's the plan with your newfound free time? Need to sell my car that's been sitting for nearly a year. Yeah. Oh, we never finished the gender marker change. It's about to go off again, though, the thing. That could be fun. A short holiday. That sounds nice. I mean, I'm about to have a long holiday, kind of. Kind of. Is the 5 minutes not finished yet? How? Eating the Pringles has helped. Not considerably, but a little bit. It's helped a little bit. There it is. Yeah. Thinking about it while I was doing it, I think I should be able to use the air fryer during my second week, like by the time I hit week 2 of recovery. I would think, just based on like heights and like weights and stuff, I should be able to use it during, like I should be able to do it myself by the second week. I don't think during the first week though, but I don't think I'll be able to clean it myself during that second week of recovery. So like I could make myself dinner, but then whoever comes to check on me would need to do the cleanup for it. Just because it requires more moving and more weight, because there's like water and stuff in it and stuff like that, and like dumping into the trash can, and you know, for like dumping out the grease and stuff. So I don't think cleaning it will be viable for at least the first couple weeks. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about it sitting, to be honest, so. Put some tinfoil in it. That sounds unsafe. I mean, I know it's not, but it sounds unsafe. I don't know, it just seems like a fire hazard. I know it's not because it's not a microwave, but like it still feels like one. Oh, it's a longer drive. Okay. Longer lengthwise, shorter time-wise. Which is why I'll be taking the slightly longer time-wise one, because it's less mileage. Oh, that was not what I meant to click. Should we do an Am I the Asshole while I eat? We should have time for one more while I eat. If I can stay focused on it, that is. Oh, for sure. We'll see what state I'm in when I get back from the drive, if I decide to hop on tonight or not. Oh, before we do that, gender markers. To update the gender markers on the Nebraska driver's license, an affidavit issued by your surgeon or physician's office confirming you've undergone gender affirmation surgery, most likely bottom surgery, and the date that your surgery was performed, most likely bottom surgery. although it doesn't say. Must update your birth certificate. Okay, so I won't be able to change the gender marker until my birth certificate is updated. Which I don't think I had done. I don't think. And if I did have it changed, I only had the name changed. I wouldn't have had the gender changed on it. Okay, close this. Where are the ones that I saved? Why is it just the same? Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter then. Works out. No, this was definitely one of the ones I would have saved. Hold on. I love prank ones. I'll save it again for next time. Okay. Am I the asshole for laughing at the name of my sister chose for her baby? I need to let these tinnies cool off a little bit, so reading also makes sense for that as well. They're a little too toasty for me to properly safely bite into right now. For context, I, 28 female, attended a family dinner with my mom, dad, and sister, 26 female, yesterday. My sister is due to give birth soon and decided this dinner would be the perfect time to announce the name she chose for her first child. My sister has always been obsessed with aesthetics. Her whole house is beige and rather depressing if I'm honest. The whole nursery she built for the baby is beige and gray and will not accept colorful gifts for the baby. I can tell her husband hates it, but he won't admit it. Now here's the issue. I'm very prone to laughing at inappropriate times. I'm autistic and I find it hard to filter what I say and my emotions, which can lead to me reacting to things in ways that can offend people. I didn't think this would cause issues until she revealed the name of her baby. So we're all done with our dinner. We're looking at my sister as she announces her baby will be named Brookley Willow Rose. Insert surname not included for privacy. Spelled exactly like that. B-R-O-O-C-K, or no, B-R-O-O-K L-E-E-I-G-H dash Willow Rose. Yikes. That's a tragedy if I've ever seen one. Why two E's? How, Brookley? I burst out laughing and said, "You cannot be serious. I am now banned from all family dinners." Is that name really that bad? Was I really a massive asshole? Looks like they were called an asshole, which, like, yeah. Is it a stupid name? Yes. Is it rude to be rude about it? Yes. Update: after writing this post, I decided to call my sister and apologize, as when I wrote down what happened, I did realize what a dick move that was. I said I was sorry for laughing and apologized for using my mental disability as an excuse and offered to treat her to lunch as an apology. Understandably, she was reluctant, but she did forgive me, which I'm grateful for. She said she was hurt by my actions, which I understood, but was willing to look past it. I knew posting the story on here would give me the slap in the face I needed, which I appreciate. If anyone is wondering, the name is staying. I didn't comment on it at all. You're the asshole, but that poor kid, exactly. I argue Willow and Rose really aren't that bad, but damn, Brookley looks like whoever was writing it had a stroke mid-name, yeah. I think Willow Rose is a great name. But Brookley? Willow Rose? Spelled like that? Nice. I came across the name Magnolia Ridge yesterday. It sounds like a housing development. It does. It does sound like a housing development. That's funny. Well, that was an easy one. Alrighty, that's gonna do it for the day. I will see you all tomorrow at around 2 o'clock my time, so around the normal start time. I'll let y'all know. It might be a few minutes after, but it should be basically right on time. But obviously, I'll keep you posted as per usual. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you very much. Have a good night. Bye.